especially when there's Thursday football going on right now. And I will make it short. I'll make sure I appreciate your time being here. We are live now on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, as well as TikTok as well, everywhere, because we want to spread a message about the sexual revolution. All right, because I want you all to know that you can have sexual vitality and continue to have sex until the day you die, and it's as simple as knowing what to do. So we're going to go through this webinar together, and by the end of this you can kind of know the 3 secrets to kind of overcome ED. Let's go ahead and start. All right, so hey there on TikTok. All right, let's go and start. And the people that are watching from YouTube, the one that are in the studio here, I appreciate you being here. Um, on a Thursday night. Okay. So today's webinar is how to transform your performance, the Get Heart System strategy to restore function in as early as 5 days, completely drug-free and non-surgical. I'm Dr. Ann Trung, and why should you listen to me? Well, I'm a board-certified medical doctor for now 26 years. I've treated over 7,000 men with ED. I'm a medical contributor for national TV, and I'm a keynote speaker all over the world in sexual health, and I teach doctors all over the world in sexual health. And in fact, I'll be writing a book in a chapter for regenerative medicine for sexual health in January. And I wrote the best-selling book, Erectile Dysfunction Fixed. It's international best-selling on Amazon. And my goal for this web class is to show you the fastest and easiest way for you to regain your sex life is through the 6-system reset. And the effective and natural way to repair your sex life is with the Get Heart system. And I'll go over that with you. So who is this web class for? It's for men who want to restore their sex life and for the partner who want to help their men restore their sex life. Does this really work? Yes, it does. Listen from Blaine. Blaine had been seeing me for the past at least 10 years. When he came in, he was 50 years old, just recently divorced, has had ED for a few years. He tried Cialis and Viagra, and they just didn't work well. He was starting to have side effects. And then he came to see me, and he said the treatment, it was extraordinary. And 1 week later, the girth and the width and the height just grew up, and it changed his life. I highly recommend it. It's amazing. I feel like 20 again. Isn't that great? Isn't that a good feeling? Don't you want to feel like your 20s again? Now, the disclaimer though, this is only for those that follow the protocol, that follow the treatment, that want to put the work in to restore their sex life. It is important. There are no shortcuts, guys. There are no the no magic pill. No, I'm not going to show you any type of sneaky or misleading methods. And remember, your ED didn't occur overnight. It took years to get there. All right, so turn off all distraction. Be here with me. Close your phone, close social media. I will honor your time. You are in the right place, first of all. So stay here with me. I'll make sure that you'll learn something from here. If not, it may even change your life. And if you've been struggling with ED, this is probably why. It's because you've been doing it the hard way. All right? You've been trying to figure it out yourself on Google. You read and you research, and all of a sudden, you get prey on by online dispensary that says, "Hey, you have ED. Take the ED medication. Here it is. Here it is. Here's Viagra, here's Cialis." You go on the online dispensary. They said, "Well, you get to see a doctor, but that doctor probably saw you for like no more than 5 minutes, and then you get a prescription." Does anybody ever even bother to talk to you to find out what's going on with you, to find out what medical condition you have? No, they just want you to take a medication, right? Well, you take the medication, there are side effects. and you tolerate it because you think there is no other option, right? Well, I'm going to tell you there is an option. And then worse, you try to pay for treatment that didn't work. Like you try to do other type of gains wave. You try to go to this doctor for treatment or take this supplement you find online that you thought was helpful, but it's not. Well, it didn't work and you get frustrated and you end up wasting your time and your money. But you know what? It's not your fault. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and there you fall prey to the people that try to sell you stuff on Google and anywhere you try to find information, and there's misleading. There are people that are not even doctors that tell you to try to sell you stuff and try to give you some treatment protocol as well. I know, I see it on YouTube. I see it on the internet as well. So I know it's also a private matter. The internet is more discreet, and you'd rather not go see a doctor, and just not only something you're going to talk to your guy friends about. I get it, but you become a prey to it, to the internet. And another thing to consider is that big pharma, they don't want you to get better. They want you to take the medication. That's how they make money. They want you to also get penile replacement surgery as well. That's how they make money from the prosthesis. And the hospital don't want you to get better either because they want to do the surgery too. So we live in a culture and society of take a pill for this, take a pill for this, and go to hospital. There's surgery. Why is it that in the U.S. We are the number one country in the world that has the most joint replacement surgery, and certainly most usage of Viagra medication. So, what does ED cost you? Decreased self-esteem and confidence because you're just not sure you're going to be able to get it up this time. Your relationship, how is it? Is the relationship good or is it somewhat strained? Anxiety, depression, you're feeling anxious whether you can perform, you're feeling anxious, you meet that lady, whether it's going to come out or, things going to work out, and whether you're going to be able to tell the person you meet that you have some issues, and then you're feeling depressed. How's your health? Because 67% of men with ED actually have a heart attack in 7 to 10 years. So what is ED? ED is a persistent inability to achieve or maintain penile erection sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. So it's a broad definition. It means that your sexual performance is not as satisfactory for you. So that's ED, and it encompasses that you can still have an erection and have ED. It doesn't mean that you're totally impotent as well. And let me tell you my story. My story is that I've been happily married to my husband for 30 years. But, about 8 years ago, my husband had some heart issues. He had to take some heart medication. He actually had 2 stents. And he was starting to notice that he was not as firm as he used to be and that he was losing it. And he just felt horrible. He didn't feel he was himself again. He didn't feel, he even asked me whether, I need to be there with him. He asked me whether we should still be together because he didn't feel that he was the man that he used to be. And I grabbed him and I say, honey, whatever it is, we're going to figure it out. We're going to go walk through hell and fire and we're going to figure it out. And that's when my passion and my determination to look into what is going on with ED, I'm going to start solving this. I'm a doctor and I've been a doctor for a long time. And luckily at that time, I was also doing stem cells for joints as well. So my thinking is that, hey, if I can inject stem cell into a joint and stimulate rejuvenation and repair, and they become pain free, well, I can certainly repair and bring in more blood flow to the penis. That's exactly what ED was all about. That's when I start researching, diving into what's causing ED, and I figure out that the Get Heart system, which is a six system reset, that is it's really the root of what's causing ED, and I figure out how to reverse it. I tried it on him. It worked within like 2 to 3 weeks. And then I tried it on other family members. It worked on them. And then I tried it on my patient. It worked on them also. Then I tried it on um, more and more patients. And then I taught other doctors on how to do it and work on them. And I feel that there is now the solution for natural solution for ED, that you don't have to rely on medication or surgery at this point. So I know what ED is, and I know what ED feels like when it happened. I know when you first have ED, you feel fear whether, oh my God, this is happening to me. Is it gonna be reversed? Is it gonna um, is it gonna be permanent? Do I have to live with this? And you're like, oh my God, is my partner's gonna leave me? Then you start feeling bad and go, my God, what did you do something wrong to deserve it? What did I do wrong? Right? And you feel ashamed because because it's almost emasculating. It's almost like you don't feel like you're a man anymore. And then disbelief and thinking, oh, you've done everything you could, and now this happened. You feel shocked. Yeah, you feel as if you're being punished, right? And at times you may feel useless, right? Because this organ that you used to take for granted is always functioning, now is not functioning anymore. And then some at times even suicidal. So what's it like living with ED? What is it like? No morning wood, right? And no morning wood, and oh my goodness, this slide is just all over the place. And you're waiting, your partner trying her best, but nothing's working. You start feeling guilt and disappointment, and then you're looking at your penis, and you guys should be having fun, but that's not happening at all. um okay, there you go. And you're looking at it sleeping when you should be having fun, and yeah, it's not working for you. And what's it like living with EDs? Loss of confidence that you can do it, anxiety whether it's going to happen again, and then your relationship gets strained because you may be avoiding sexual intimacy. Your wife don't want to hurt your feelings, and nobody talking to one another at all, and everybody pretend there's nothing going on when there's a big elephant in the room, the big elephant between you guys. There's fear of losing your partner, because if you're not able to have intimate, what's going to happen to your relationship? And you have to deal with the medication side effects, right? And it's horrible. The headaches, the flushing, the stomach irritation, the blurry vision, and then distrust because you try other treatments before, and you're now just not trusting anything is going to work anymore. So, what's the life that you want? Think about that. I mentioned all the things that you feel when you have ED. Do you want to feel that way? You want to be the same, or you want to change? Remember, ED plus a solution for ED equals a happy man plus one. What do I mean by that? When it comes to a man, there's always another person as well, too, right? So when there's no ED, means less stress, less anxiety, less worry, and more confidence. Better relationship, right? There you go. I see Troy there nodding his head. Absolutely. What would an ED life mean for you? Think about that. What does it mean for you? Write it down. Not having to worry if you can get it up this time, right? Not having to take ED pills and just be spontaneous and ready to go, right? Get more sleep. Meaning, you're not worried whether you can perform or not, and you just be able to sleep now, and better sleep, become less stress. What would an ED life mean for you? More confidence in yourself, in your ability, in your communication, in yourself as a man. And then what's ED life mean? Waking up with morning wood, right? A lot of men are used to their morning wood, but sometimes you miss it, right? You don't have it anymore. You totally missed it. And be rock hard and desperate for the toilet in the morning. You remember that feeling? Remember that feeling? You wake up and you just got to go to the toilet, and have passionate relationship and not be alone. No ED mean passionate relationship, happy family life, and and just being confident, just being the man that you want to be. What would this mean for you? Just think about what I just said. What does it mean for you? And I want you to type in the comment, what an ED life mean for you. Type it in the comment. I want to hear what your thoughts on this. Look for Terrence. Terrence said, I've been having ED for years, and it causes problem in my relationship. And after 1 or 2 weeks of treatment, I started noticing the difference. At the end of this webinar, I'm going to make you a very special offer that will give you everything you need to get back your sex life in as little as 5 days. Imagine what that will feel like if you can get your sex life in as little as 5 days. Now, there are 3 secrets to getting hard again. Number 1, I'm going to show you how to overcome ED. Number 2, I'm going to show you how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. Number 3, how to be satisfied with your sex life. You guys ready for this? Number 1, how to overcome ED. You guys ready for this on TikTok? All right. The easy and the most effective and fastest method to fix ED in the shortest amount of time is the Get Hard system to sexual restoration right here. Why is that? Because the Get Hard system is a six system from your head to your penis that reset the whole body, so that way you can get more blood flow flowing to the penis again. It addresses the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the penis muscle. It's essentially kind of like, pushing the reset button on the outlet again. That's what it does. So that way the sixth system to get hard, give you firm erection for intercourse, be able to maintain that to finish, to be able to have spontaneous erection, and have the confidence to do it. How would you like that? And to be the man, the protector, the one that you used to be. The truth is, I'm going to tell you this, and I know you find this contradiction here, is that your body wants to have an erection without ED pills. You are wired to get an erection without pills, and you can restore your sex life even if ED pills do not work. Your body do not like those ED pills, in fact. So why is ED so common? ED is common because there's 6 steps for you in order to have. There are 6 steps to get an erection, right? And that ED happens when your mind and your penis are not relaxed. So in order for you to get an erection, your mind has to be relaxed, your penis has to be relaxed. So that way you can get more blood flow flowing to the penis. So there are 6 systems that starts in the brain, and then it goes to your emotion. And then the hormones get released, and then the nerves get released in the back of your neck, and it goes to your heart and your blood vessel, and your heart and your blood vessel pumping more blood that goes to the penis muscle. It has to work in synchrony. It has to work in balance. And if there are 6 steps, If one step is not working correctly, then the whole system just fall apart. That's why ED is so common, because it takes six steps in order for you to get an erection. Isn't that amazing? Yes, and it happens within like what, 30 seconds to a minute. And just know that the brain is a larger sexual organ, guys, not your penis. So in order for you to get an erection, it starts in your brain. And you have to be relaxed in your brain. So I tell you, the other day, one of my patients called me up and said, do you have a pill in order for me to feel horny again, to feel like I want to have sex again, and so forth? I go, no, because it starts in your brain. There is no pill to make you feel horny. There's no pill to give you more libido. You have to go back to the basic. Remember when you were in your 20s and you look at that sexy person walking across your vision, right? And all of a sudden you just feel the stirrings, and some of you may even have an erection, right? Why is that? Because you get turned on by the sight, you get turned on by maybe the sound, you get turned on by the smell, and maybe you're eating and you're more relaxed, and you just, the sight of it stimulate your brain, and your brain, and you're in a relaxed environment, you're relaxed. That's how things get started. So remember, it all starts in your brain and in your mood. There is no pill that's gonna make you horny. There's no pill that's gonna give you arousal. It starts with you. And how do you do it? It's stimulating your five senses: what you see, what you smell, what you taste, what you hear, and what you touch. That's how you get in the mood. That's how you feel horny. Most men forget that. You forget the basics of where you were when you were in your 20s. You just think, hey, I go in the bedroom, I'm just gonna get an erection without even thinking about it. That's not gonna happen. It isn't. You gotta work on this guy first. So that's why, because there are six systems that need to work in order for you to get an erection. That's why there are 30 million men living with ED. If you are the age of 40 to 70 years old, 50% of you have ED. I don't care what your friends say, they have ED. So if you're between 40 and 70, half of you have ED. And this was the study that was done in 1994. They estimate 30 million men in the US have ED. That's almost 30 years ago. So I assume it's probably now 60 million men live with ED, and that's not even accounting for COVID. So luckily, the cause of ED is 90% is physical, and it's mainly due to poor blood flow from the heart to the penis. 90%, I mean, I'm sorry, 10% is psychological, which means that it's due to anxiety or depression or trauma. Now, both of this guy have ED. The one on the left, with the one on the left with the belly, and the one with the six pack, right? They both have ED, and the one with the six pack have worse ED than the guy without the six pack. And my point for this is that ED comes from within. What you see doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing well. So you would assume the guy with the six pack's healthier than the guy without the six pack, right? Not necessarily. The guy with the six pack got high cholesterol, got high blood pressure, and has ED and has lower testosterone, and then the guy without the six pack. So my point is that that ED is a dysfunction from within, and that what you see is not what's going on. So I advocate for you all, you guys with you have ED, is to stay tuned, because you're gonna find out what you need to do. The Get Hard system is a six system. It resets the whole six system: the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscle. And what does it do? Well, it totally resets it and rebalances it again, so that way you can get from the brain to the penis muscle to get it working again. So the Get Hard system will give you the benefit that you have the courage to know that you can do it again. Wouldn't that feel great? So the Get Hard system you have the ability to please your partner. The get heart system, you have the ability to feel the love, the passion. With the get heart system, you're not stressed about sex anymore. You don't have to think about it anymore. And you get amazing sex, orgasm, and even ejaculation. Look at Ed. Ed is now 87. When I saw him, he was 80. And he said, life begins at 80. And he's had ED for 17 years. His wife passed away from cancer. He was a widow. He started dating again. He came to see me when he was 80. He was dating a 78-year-old woman, and she loved to have sex. And he hasn't had an erection in 17 years, right? And so he wants to get it working again. We started working together, and he started to be able to have an erection again. And he said this: life begins at 80. I want to go on. I want to do it all with sex as often as I can, which for me and my girlfriend, it is 3 to 5 times a week. All right, that's your par there. If he's 80, he's doing it 3 to 5 times a week. And if you're not doing 3 to 5 times a week, then I encourage you to up your game there. And Clarence, he had ED for about actually 10 years, and Cialis and Viagra wasn't doing anything at all. He was desperate, even suicidal. And after the treatment, he feel that he went from a total state of being devastated to a state of being ecstatic. Can you see yourself like this? Can you see yourself being devastated and suicidal to being ecstatic and having sex 3 to 5 times a week? Wouldn't that be awesome? So, secret number 2: how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. You know that Viagra and Cialis are synthetic and it's not natural, which means it do not belong to, when you get an erection. So when you're taking it, you're actually harming your erection more. And why is that? Because remember earlier when I said that in order for you to get an erection, your brain and your penis has to be relaxed. Well, when you take Viagra, it doesn't help you be in the mood, right? It doesn't help your brain to be aroused. It doesn't help with your emotion either. So if you're depressed or anxious or distracted, it won't help with that. It doesn't help with your hormones. If you have low hormones, you take Viagra, it doesn't help the nerve from your neck down to your penis. When you take Viagra, it doesn't help opening up your blood vessels either, right? Viagra, what it does is that it relaxes the penis muscle, and that's how it helps with erection. But it doesn't do anything else. So when you're taking Viagra, you're only concentrating the penis muscle, and you're ignoring the other 5 system. You're ignoring the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, and the blood vessel. So that's why it doesn't work in long term. Does that make sense? Does that make sense for you? That's why I'm trying to explain to you that this medication, you have been misled. You have been misinformed. You have been brainwashed in thinking that it is the solution for your ED. It is not at all. It actually will make your ED worse over time. So essentially, you're giving away your manhood to ED medication because it only works 70% of the time. I said that it didn't increase your libido, and it does not work if you have blood flow problem. Like I said before, 90% of ED mean that that is due to poor blood flow. All right. Oh boy, what happened to my thing right there? I just got kicked out. There you go. And so it does not work when there is poor blood flow. All right. All of a sudden, I just got, there you go. All right. So then you develop the tolerance to the medication, and then you have to up the dose. All right. Does your ED go away when you stop taking the medicine? No. Right? In fact, it makes your ED worse because you're always gonna need the medication, and it becomes a crutch. It's a band-aid, and it's actually an addiction almost. If you're taking it now, just ask yourself this question. If you don't take it, can you still get an erection? No. It's no different than taking recreational drugs. Okay. And so the easy and most effective and fastest method to fix your ED in the shortest amount of time is the Get Hard system to sexual restoration. Look at Juan. Juan came in because he had ED, and and his wife, and he only 40. He's been married to his wife now for like 12 years. They're happily and he started to sense there's some tension in relationship, and he's worried. He came to see me, and he's like, I'm really worried about my marriage. I don't want to lose my wife, and I'm not able to get firm enough. We're not having sex anymore, and we're not communicating. Well, he came to see me desperate. So after the treatment, you know, he said his erection had been amazing. This is within a week. I haven't had much like this since I haven't had much like this since I was 25, and now I'm almost 40. And him and his wife, their relationship is stronger than ever, and they have date night at least once a week. They have three little children, but they still make an effort to spend a lot of time together, and their relationship is now repaired. It's Michael. After he had ED too for about 5 years, and couldn't take ED medication. He's also married, and he was worried about his relationship as well. And he said, after the treatment, I am firmer, I last longer, and my wife notices the difference. I can last up to 20 minutes, and my sex life is a lot more satisfying. I am very happy how my life is right now. Wouldn't that be amazing if that was you right there? Would you love it when that picture is right there for you? So what you want to do is to follow what worked. This is the formula that I have created. The Get Heart system has worked over 7,000 men with ED. And if you want to achieve result, you only need to follow the method as proven to work. And there are no side effects because we're treating it naturally. Secret number 3, how to feel satisfied with your performance. You feel frustrated when you lose it during sex. It's almost embarrassing, isn't it? It's kind of like no word to describe it, right? That heaviness feeling. And then you just pretend like, oh my goodness, you wonder how she feels. Well, ED is like a penis attack, which is like a heart attack, right? A heart attack means that you're not getting enough blood flow to the heart. That's why the heart muscle died. That's why you have chest pain. Well, penis, like ED, you're not getting enough blood flow to the penis. So it's a penis attack. So if you have chest pain and know you're gonna have a heart attack, would you go on the internet and try to find a medication for it? Well, that's what you're doing when you have ED. We have ED is mean that you're not getting blood flow to your penis. You should be concerned about it and go get evaluated. I'm going to show you how. So the Get Heart system will get you out of ED naturally without medication, without surgery. Okay, Bobby. Bobby said, I've had ED for 3 years. Bobby owns his own business. He's been married, happily married. I also treat his wife as well. And he's had ED for 3 years. He had the treatment with me, and him and his wife are very pleased with the result right now. And this is Dave. He said, Dr. Trump's treatment was very effective. After the first injection and few shot, I was able to maintain an erection and ejaculate. For him, that was important. It was that he was not able to ejaculate, and he was not able to have a firm erection. Now he can have both. So the 3 secrets to getting hard again is, do you think that will work for you? Just think about that. It worked for all those guys and 7,000 men. The three secrets is number one, how to overcome ED. I went over that with you. Number two, how to gain performance in as little as 5 days. I went over that with you as well. Number three, how to feel satisfied with your performance. So let me ask you a question. You feel like this right now? Like, whew, I've been giving you so much information that is either overloaded or it's like gone above your head, or you. I hope you retain just one thing. Just one thing. Just one thing that I'd say. Just know that you don't have to live with ED. There are other solutions beside medication. And if you're taking medication, you've been brainwashed, right? You've been misled, and you need to reevaluate yourself whether you want to be dependent upon that medication. Treating ED used to be hard, but not anymore. The Get Hard system has proven to work. There's a new way, a better way. And we treat and we reset the whole body, not just your penis. And the Get Hard system, we address the whole system of the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscles, and reset it so that way it starts working again for you. And we measure, we don't guess. We use validated research for treatment to reset the sick system again. And with the Get Hard system, you can restore your sex life without medication as little as 5 days. You heard the testimony, and that it has worked over 7,000 men with ED. Remember, you, the guys, you are wired to get an erection naturally. You just need to reset your sick system. So who would this work for? It work for if you go soft in the middle of sex, if you're not firm enough. It will work for when ED medications don't work as well, and sometimes you have a trouble lasting long enough to climax. Your erection doesn't feel as hard as it used to be. You can't get to reach orgasm, or you sometimes have trouble getting an erection. And it will work even if you have performance anxiety, even if you have premature ejaculation. And it works very well even when you have prostate surgery and have ED, and even if you have the ED for decades. So, do you want to be a confident, happy, satisfied, less stressed man who has amazing sex, amazing relationship, or you want to be just making excuses and continue living with ED? You want to be like this guy who tried to, all right, I can figure it out myself. Well, do you want to figure out when you have chest pain, try to figure it out yourself and how to get out of chest pain? It's the same thing. You want to be like this guy who tried to navigate on this rope, or you want to be like this guy in the Facebook group that says anyone else basically give up on trying to fix their ED after finding out nothing works for them. I've had ED for over 20 years. I am now at that point just wondering if I'm alone or if there are others in my situation. How do you cope with it? So stop chasing that magic pill. Stop chasing that shiny object, that cure all thing. It does not work. Look at James. James had ED for 15 years. He used Viagra and Cialis until it didn't work anymore. He tried to figure it out himself. He used to be a cop, and he said, I'm going to try to beat this myself. He tried everything out there. Nothing helped. And then he ended up he had a heart attack and then a stroke. And he came to see me for treatment. He said, I wish I found Dr. Trunk sooner. I could have avoided my heart attack and my stroke. The stuff I learned with her, I wish I had known. I regret not seeing her sooner. Since I've been with Dr. Trunk, I have hope of getting my life back again. Because nobody told James when he had ED that that he has a 2/3 chance of 5 to 10 years down the road he's going to have a heart attack. Or else, if he knew that, he probably would have done something else, right? To be more, to do something more, and push himself to find a solution rather than just popping ED medication. So the Get Hard system is everything you need to get restored. If we lay out the success path blueprint that's catered to your need, you don't have to figure it out for yourself anymore. It's been tested and proven 7,000 men. It works fast, and you'll be in a supportive community of men recovering from ED. You got to trust the protocol, and you got to trust me. So imagine being confident again, happy, grateful, optimistic, and relief, and like yourself again, living a life without ED. So, is this the right time for you? When is the right time for you? How long do you want to suffer with ED? And how is your relationship suffering? Is to get, you're thinking, well, the get heart system is not for me. Dr. Trunk just had, patients that are completely different than me. I completely understand your hesitation, right? Every individual experience is unique, and it's natural to wonder if the solution fits you. However, 7,000 men, even those who initially had doubt, have found relief and confidence after trying it. And so another question is it easy to get results? Our solution is designed to be easy and friendly, and we simplify the journey towards ED life for you. You don't have to figure it out anymore. I'm here to help you, guide you every step of the way, like we did with 7,000 men. And let's talk about motivation. Well, are you like motivated to get better? Are you satisfied with your life right now? Do you want to live a better life? You have the power to change it. Think of it as if, getting out of ED is almost like going to the gym and trying to get more muscles. You got to go to the gym regular. You got to push through it. You got to push through the pain. You got to push through the excuses. You got to better, right? Well, it's the same thing. If anything that's important, that's meaningful in your life, you got to work for it. And this is from a quote from a wife who has a husband with ED. She said, "I feel like I'm stuck with being a roommate for the rest of my and my husband's life. He doesn't even want to try the new medication because it could have the same side effect. It's like he just gave up trying. We don't even make out or anything anymore. I'm sure he feels like, why bother if it won't lead to intercourse?" And this is another story from a wife with a wife of a man with ED. She said, my relationship just ended because he just felt hopeless. So what's stopping you? What are you afraid of? And you're thinking, will the Get Heart system work for you? Well, it's worked over 7,000 men, even those that fail ED medication, even for those that have prostate cancer with ED, because we treat the cause of the problem, which is the imbalance in the sixth system. We reset the sixth system to restore your function for you. So is it worth it? Well, we tested it and we know that it's effective in 7,000 men, and it's been researched. Well, you can try a cheaper option, but it may not meet the same standard and the same quality, and it may be less effective or even harmful. It may even cost you more. I've had patients that said, well, I went to see this other clinic that's like an hour away from you. They're less they're less expensive, and it didn't work. I spent $5,000 and it didn't work at all. I don't know what to do. So this is an investment in your well-being and your physical well-being and your emotional well-being, because ED can not only affect your health, it affects your self-esteem, your relationship. Is there a price tag on your happiness and your quality of life? And remember, there are payment options. You don't have to put it all at once. And I would tell you, truth is paramount here. We have a guarantee that reflect our commitment to you and our confidence in my solution, that it works. And we're here to ensure you feel supported and secure in your choices. Look at Tim. Tim here had the treatment with Botox and the P shot, and he now has morning erection every day as opposed to pretty much never. And he's only 32 years old. So you have the new opportunity, the Get Heart system, to get a different result. Right? Look at all these men I talk about. So my mission is to create a sexual revolution. I want you to join me so that men can regain sexual independence again, so that they and their partner are happy and enjoying the amazing relationship. So my passion is to have 1 million men achieve what I've achieved for 7,000 men so far. And my promise to you, listen to this, you will never feel fear. You won't feel fear that you won't be able to perform again. You won't feel fear whether your partner is going to be there for you or not. You won't feel fear that, whether you're going to have that morning wood or not. You will feel love. You will feel hope. You will feel satisfied. With our Get Hard system, I promise to you, you will never feel low confidence whether you're going to be able to perform that night. If you're meeting that beautiful lady, or that or you're looking at your wife, you will not have low confidence that nothing's going to work that night. You will know that you will be there when the time comes. You will feel with our Get Hard system confident and relief that you will be able to be ready anytime. With the Get Hard system, you will never feel frustrated because you're in the mood, you're getting an erection, all of a sudden it goes soft. You're not as firm anymore. Or that you're hot and heavy, all of a sudden it goes soft. Or that you're in the act, all of a sudden you go soft, you can't have orgasm, you can't ejaculate. It's frustrating, isn't it? So you will feel with the Get Hard system happy, satisfied that you can go through the whole intercourse to finish. I also promise you the opportunity as well. And the opportunity is to get the Get Hard system to sexual restoration. That you will need the Get Hard system again and will be able to get hard again, and that it will take away your ED. And how do we do that? We do that by addressing the sixth system. We have an app that addresses the senses, that help you with the diet and the exercise. It will get you sleeping better as well. It will get you stabilize your hormone, which is the system 1 and system 2. And then we also do blood work to look from the inside out. Remember when I talk about the guy with the six pack and the guy without the six pack? Well, blood work will look at which system is out of order. Or is the brain? Is the emotion? Is it the nerve or blood vessels? Or is it the hormones? Or is it the penis muscle? Blood work will look from the inside out, because that's where ED happens, is from the inside out. And then we also look at your hormones as well too. And if you have low hormones, we supplement the hormone. And then we also do shockwave therapy. That's how this will restore blood flow again. Again, we do, and that's how the shockwave is delivered on the penis. It's a topical. And then we also do stem cells, such as platelet-rich plasma, where it comes from your blood, and then we process it, and then it comes out like a little fluffy layer here. And what it does is that it increases blood vessels and new cells. We also use Botox. The Botox helps relaxes the muscle, the penis muscle, and when it relaxes the penis muscle, it acts like Viagra. So that way you're ready to get an erection anytime. Remember when I said earlier that in order for you to get an erection, your brain and your penis have to be relaxed. Well, the Botox will help relax your penis muscle for you. Then we also give you supplement that has been proven to work. And we also give you a penis pump. Penis pump is like you're taking your penis to the gym, exercising your penis, bringing more blood flow to the penis. I also give you a Good Morning Wood smoothie recipe that you drink every day that will stimulate more blood flow and increase more antioxidant. And you will also be part of my Modern Man Club, It's a space where I coach men with ED to restore function again, even without coming to see me, even without the treatment. We have seen men, even with prostate cancer, restore function again within our Modern Man Club, and just with just few changes in their exercise and their eating habit. So how can I help you? I set some time this week for my team to speak to you about how you can apply the Get Hard system to reset your sex life. So why am I doing this? Because my goal is to reach at least 1 million men to get you out of ED, like I did with my 7,000 patient and with my husband. So to help you and your plus one, and to get focused on reaching performance fast, because I know what it's like to live with ED. I've been there with my husband, right? And to get an exact strategy and how to make it happen. And if you want my help and we think it's a good fit, then we may invite you to become one of our new patients we take on. And if we work together, we'll walk you through the whole program, what it's designed to do, and how to get you result in as little as 5 days. So who will you speak with? You will speak with my patient ambassador who understands our process, who's been through the process, who knows what you're going through. So you have two options. Option number one is to do nothing. If you keep doing the same thing you're doing, you will not get a different result, right? It's like if you keep driving the same route to work, you're just going to get the same scenery. You're not going to get a different scenery. So you can live with ED. That's okay. That means that they'll be living with fear, frustration, low confidence, stress. Look at Johnny. Johnny had prostate cancer, and he had ED after the cancer. He tried Cialis and Viagra. They were not working. He couldn't have sex with his wife. His wife went on vacation, and she just didn't come back. He didn't know it was going to go down. Next thing he know, he got a paper in the mail, said she filed for divorce. Now he's by himself, living with ED. He just doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to be alone. I feel for Johnny. My heart gets heavy for Johnny. You can be option number two. Choose to work with a board-certified medical doctor who treated over 7,000 men with ED with success. All you have to do is to follow the blueprint to sexual success. And with the option two, you will feel hopeful, happy, confident, and relief. You deserve to live your best life and be happy. Know that there is a way out of ED. Just know that I will promise you, you will not feel low confidence, stressed, frustrated at all, or even fearful that you may be by yourself, or fearful that you may not be able to perform. That with the treatment, you will feel confident, you will be happy, you'll be having amazing sex. All right. So will you let ED dominate your life? So if you want to change your sex life, I want you to type in your browser www.edfix.club on your browser right now. It's a schedule a non obligation, no obligation, complimentary a phone call with my team, so we can discuss about an ED solution for you. It's edfix.club. So leave the banner on, and I want you to schedule a call. The QR code is the Modern Man Club. So we need to do the edfix.club, John. So I want you to schedule a call by just going on your browser, type in www.edfix.club, not com, just edfix.club. And just know that your ED-free life is only one phone call away. You don't have to pay for anything, but you may come out of there feeling relief and knowing that there is a solution for you. You don't have to live with ED at this point. Okay. So can you, John? Can you change the ED fix QR code up there? But just know, and, those of you who are in the studio with me, I see you, right? I see you. Just know, if you do nothing, just know that there is a solution out there. If you're taking ED meds, you just know that you're making your ED worse. All right. And so, can you just leave the edfix.club banner on? Okay. Yes. Just leave that on. And so, having said that, I appreciate that you're being here with me the last hour, especially when there's football going on right now. And I'm encouraged to know that at least I can make the impact on you at this point. I'm going to answer uh, some question at this point. And said Troy said what would make me feel better for sure, and hopefully be help my wife feel more confident in me. Oh, I love that, Troy. Yes. And would hopefully be help my wife feel more confident in me. And I hope that she would feel more confident in you as well, Troy, because Troy, just know there is a solution. And even some simple things such as just changing your diet to a Mediterranean diet, and getting 30 minutes exercise a day will improve your erection. Just doing that. I will tell you this. I will tell you this, that lower your sugar food, like meaning stop eating ice cream or cookies, french fries, burrito, pizza, hamburgers. I know this is football season, right? It's all those food are football food, right? But there are dampener on your erection, a big dampener, because those are high in carbohydrates. When it's high in carbohydrates, it's gonna affect your erection. So if you're gonna eat it, just eat it once a week. But I wouldn't eat it every day. All right. So the pizza, it's a killer. My husband loved pizza too. But just know that what's in your blood is what you eat. What you eat goes into your blood, and it's gonna affect your erection. And I love it, Troy, when you say that, that you want your wife to have more confidence in you, and she will. Just do one thing, Troy, and maybe just eat less red meat for this week. Instead of eating it, just try to eat it once a week, and try to eat less bread, less rice, all right, and maybe and less sweets or ice cream. You will see a difference. You will see a difference even you may even start seeing some morning wood as well. So having said that, go type it in the browser, www.edfix.club, and that is for you to schedule a phone call with my team. It is free, and you just know your ED free life is one phone call away. And I also want you to check out the Modern Man Club. Can you put the browser for that, for the Modern Man Club? It is and the QR code is on the screen as well. And the Modern Man Club is that you can't come to see me in the office. I get it. I can't treat everyone in the office, but you can't come and see me in the office. You can actually go join the Modern Man Club. I go in there and coach you twice a month. You can ask me any questions. And in the Modern Man Club, we have an online course to give you a success path on how you can actually restore your erection again, even without the interventional treatment that I do. We have seen men with prostate cancer that had surgery with ED that's able to restore his performance again with just being in the Modern Man Club, just through coaching alone. So if it can work for him with ED from prostate cancer, it can work for you too. I just want you to know that there is a solution, and that being in the Modern Man Club is cost it costs you less than just eating out for dinner. It's like it only 57 a month at this point, but we will raise it to 97 a month, and as an opportunity for you to yeah, ask me question to be able to get lead on the path, because I know there's a lot of misinformation out there on the internet, on Google, and I don't want you to be misled. I don't want you to spend thousands of dollars on treatment that does not work. I want to be able to lead you in the right path for you to restore your erection again in your sex life, because I know it's just not you, it's your wife also that's being affected by this. And and that sometimes you do it not only for your not for yourself, you want to do it because you want to make her happy too, right? You want to do it because you guys been together for years, and you want to rekindle that magic again. And oftentimes, my patient would tell me, I'm doing it for my wife. I want to make her happy, right? She's been there for me, and I want to be there for her now. So this, and that's why I'm getting this fixed. I get it. I understand you. And so take that initial step, and either call us and talk to our patient ambassador, or check out the Modern Man Club. There's a QR code there. I'll go on my website. There's the link to go to my website at truangrehab.com / Modern Man Club. And just know that you don't have to live with ED. You can be happy. You can live more. You can love more, and that you have not only yourself but your wife, your partner to think about as well. So having said that, have a great weekend. I appreciate you guys being here with me. Take care. All right. Appreciate you guys being with me.